of teachings of Lord Buddha, because the Lord Buddha had mentioned that, you know, Charita means the behavior of each one. In this world, there are 6 billions of the citizens of the world, mean 6 billions of the world, 6 billions of habits. Mean no one can copy anyone. No one can copy anyone. That means the Eightfold Noble Path are fit, but eightfold, but only one we call Makko, right? 8 way, but one Makko, mean 8 of them must go together. 8 ways mean is one way. This one way, but the 8 branches, like the 8 lanes of the road, it starts from Bangkok to Chiang Mai. If the way is go by the 8 way, it must start from the first one. What is the first one? What is the first one according to Eightfold Noble Path? Samadhi. Without the number ones of the 8 way means Samadhi or the right view. You can't go from Bangkok up to Chiang Mai, because if we compare about this situation, for example, the 8 lanes going to Chiang Mai, but you didn't take ones of each one or all of them, then you go to another way, Pentecost from Bangkok to southern of Bangkok. Then where will you reach? To Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, over there. Then you cross the ocean of Andaman and go to India. And then if you go to India, then you reach to the Europe. And when you reach to Europe, then you go again to another parts of Europe before you return back to China. Before you return back to China, and then return back to Thailand again. That means long way to go. But the Ekayano Ayam Bhikkhave Makko Sattanam Visuddhiya, this is a short way, a shortcut. How? But this we call Utte Savara Katha Nitita. Mean Utte mean, you know what is meaning Utte? Utte Savara Katha. Katha meaning talking. The topic are talking about the headlines, right? The headlines of what? Of the purpose. Of the purpose. Purpose of what? Purpose of why do you need to practice Mahasatipatthana Sutta? Then Mahasatipatthana Sutta or Satipatthana Sutta told us that this is the aim, this is the objective for anyone who needs to go beyond the suffering. As we mentioned from the beginning, Mr. Dukkha, or the billionaire Dukkha, historical background, when he was one member in his life, many previous life, but one life he got a family and he got a very young baby. It doesn't mention that boys or girls. But those days, the situations took place because the plague, all kinds of virus we are facing right now, Corona virus. I'm sorry for the Toyota. I didn't mean to say bad to the Toyota, but due to your company, Toyota Corona, have issued one of the brand name of the Toyota Corona. I don't know, maybe Toyota Coronas are produced from this Wuhan. And then the people recognize, but I didn't know exactly why do they mention the coronavirus. But if we pronounce the name very much like Toyota Corona. And some kinds of these, those days I think it's more dangerous than this day. But due to those days not modern day as we are right now. Right now, very, we can say that without the border, right? Like Mr. Dukkha been in this situation, the plague taken another house. Those days have mentioned that if the plagues or these kinds of virus attack to one house or one building, another building, no opportunity even to open the door. Oh, must be hurry up because the door, open the door is too late. It's too late to run away from these kinds of the disease. Those days, one way only, if you have a big hammer, you broke your wall, mean you have to break your wall and immediately run out. Nothing you can carry on, just your life. I think probably Mr. Dukkha may be like this situation. But this situation is different. Even in China, before the government announces the real situation to the public, or before the government report to the other parts of the world, the people around the world, especially from Thailand, there are more than hundreds in Wuhan, and others, even from Japan, more than 600 are live in Wuhan. Then America, French, Germany, Australia, Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos, Thailand, Philippines, Malaysia, India, all they live in that city. One, they came to know, or one, they go there for the entertaining, for the traveling, for the living, for the studying, for the business, every duty. They can fly from Wuhan to Bangkok, especially for the tourists. What you say that you have mentioned that before the government of China announces to the world, the Chinese people flew to Thailand more than 5 million. Then they brought these kinds of disease, these kinds of virus to Thailand faster than those days, because those days only the next door or next door house, if they came to know that the next door are attacked by this virus, they have to break the house and run out immediately. That those days. But today, you can't break the house. You don't need to break the house because the aeroplane taking the people to destination doesn't matter, the whole part of the world. Very fast. But if we compare to the Mr. Kosaka historical background, I think maybe that's not too hard as before. At least the Wuhan people still live their life, and only they're not allowed from one house to another house. But during the times of Kosaka, just the wind blow, not flying by something else. Just the wind blow from this over. Suppose we staying in this air conditioning. One sit next to the air conditioning and the wind blow to another part of the room. Everybody get affection by these kinds of plague or virus in those days. But today, it is only touching or using the objects together. Or suppose one going to the bathroom, then one get some kinds of liquid from our body and with our hand, and our hand touching to the door lock. Suppose I get to this room, if I got infection by the virus, my hand touch my nose and the liquid it may come out from my nose and stamp into the door lock. And the second one come and the third one come and hundreds of us will get infection. No one can escaping from that kinds of virus. But this is still have little bit doubt that how long when the one split out the useless from the mouth or from your nose and is stand on the ground or on the open air, how long that germ, that virus will stand for the life. If it stands forever, then we're in trouble, right? If it stands only a few minutes, then it's burned by the sun or it's burned by the other, the chemical. They spray the chemical and then die. That's okay. But if you look in this situation right now, even the doctor can treat to the one who is affected by these kinds of disease. The one thing they can do, protect themselves from the breathing, not joining the breathing, and then not touching the daily using together, and not staying in one room without protect oneself. I think it's still better situation. Because Mr. Dukkha, he had to break his house and run away immediately. But they have to cross the ocean, the desert during the walking, and they have very limited food. And the baby died on the way. And even he has tension, he has his thought that he said to his wife that, my dear, our life is still alive. We have no enough strength to carry on the baby. If our life is still alive, we can make another baby in another part of the city. If we are safe, we can produce another baby. But his wife could not agree with that. He just thought that he wanted to leave the baby die on the way. When his duty to carry on the baby, then he walked slowly and let his wife walk in front and forward. When he is behind so far, then he left the baby. When he reached to his wife, or his wife walked slowly, then his wife asking, where's the baby? Where our baby? Then the man said, I left in behind over there. Are you crazy? You want me to die? Then she walked back, they walked back and took the babies, and again, like this, he left the baby 7 times. just only thought that he can leave the baby over there, and when reach to the safety place, he can produce another baby. Only these things he thought. This is fortunes of his thought made him to be thrown away when he was born again in this lifetime. Because he was born as a baby of the prostitute. The prostitute in the Indian ancient time, no one, especially for the prostitute, they're not going to take care of the baby as a boy. They will take care only the baby was a girl. Why? Because the one who is being prostitute in those days, just one ranks of the duty in a society. Those prostitutes, they were so beautiful, and no one can hand over only one man. Then the government in those days announces that, okay, you are so beautiful. For example, like Miss Universe like today. So much beautiful, then no belong to anyone. Okay, you are Miss Universe, you could be a prostitute. Why? Because if anyone wanted this Miss Universe, you have to pay $1 million for one night. Who's going to take that? But everyone wants the Miss Universe. Then the government said, okay, give her the big ranks of the Nakara Sobhini. Nakara Sobhini means, Nakara is the city. Sobhini means the one who is living by the pension or by the paying of the man. One man in those days. Even the king because the king means independent country, right? Yeah. For Thailand, for suppose Bangkok is the capital city. And Ayutthaya also another kingdom. And Nakhon Sawan also another kingdom. Chiang Mai also another kingdom. If the king wanted to get that beautiful lady, he had to dress like a normal man and go and pay the money and staying with the beautiful girl, or if today we say Miss Universe, then maybe depend on the money, how many money he brought or they brought along with them. Maybe 1 night, 2 nights, 3 nights. But due to the associate, the male and female, those days they don't have another protection. For example, like today, they have the drug protection, they have the kingdom protection. But the baby or the spirits of being doesn't matter. That's why the Buddha said that if one not believe that the world is not just only this world, or the being is not just only human being, other beings also can be. For example, the animal can be transferred to be a human being. The human being can be transferred to be the beast or animal too, like this. Then I think if we compare for those days for the Mr. Dukkha or Mr. Kosaka billionaire, those days and today, I think we still a little bit confident that it's still not too hard as before. But only one thing, that the people who get these kinds of virus must be realize oneself and fast as much as possible go to see the doctor and protect oneself and take care of oneself before oneself spreading another kinds of virus to the other. But due to the today, We don't know who is a mistake. Not announces the truth. This is too hard to control, and the people must block and should take all the doctors from around the world who is an expert, because nowadays the flight can go from anywhere. You don't need a month, you don't need a year to go from one place to another place. We can go with our few minutes or few hours from other parts of the world to go there and help each other to protect or to cut off the currents of the kinds of virus. If the government in one country or the originate countries is issue or spreading the kinds of virus, must be sincerely report to the public or to the other country. Please help me. Please help me to stop these kinds of the virus. I think it's no problem. But according to the Satipatthana Sutta, the Lord Buddha say that the one who still appreciates that life is so wonderful, life is so happy, life is so easy to live, that one not suitable to practice Satipatthana Sutta. Only the one who understands that life is suffering, life is so much suffering. As we have been here, that Ekayano ayam bhikkhave makho sattanam visuddhiya soka paridevanam sumatikamaya dukkha domanasanam attanghamaya. This one mentioned, if we understand that we can die within any few minutes. We breathing in, but something blocked, we cannot breathing out, then what happened? Die and die almost the same, because different language only. Die in Thai, die in English, and then another
die
in in Pali Maranam, in Hindi Margia, in Myanmar Me Te. Oh, almost the same. And from Laos, Thai. From Cambodia, Cambodia. Any Cambodian. But if the dialect Cambodia in Thailand, we call ngap. Ngap means Maranam. And for the Chinese, cereal. Another Chinese or not Mandarin? What? Chongbayan mean Maranam. And other language? Oh, so many languages, but different language, but the meaning, you breathing in, but you cannot breathing out, die. You breathing out, but you cannot breathing in, die. You eat, but you cannot go toilet. You go toilet without stopping. You sleep without waking. You can't sleep then. You see, so easy to die. But billion way of going to die, but only one way to live. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in cannot breathing out. Breathing out cannot breathing in. Oh, good. the truth, but the world, no, I don't want this kind of suffering. Even you don't want the suffering, but the suffering run away from you? No. The suffering never run away. What are the suffering? Rakaki, suffering because of the desire. Dosaki, the suffering because of the furious or hatred. Mohaki means you are suffering because of the delusion. Dukkha, you just were born, then suffering. Dukkha, Maranam Dukkha, die. You cannot breathe in and breathe out, then die. Soka means grief or worrying or kinds of sickness in mental.